What's going on, everybody? So today we're working on these heads. I've got to try to figure out a way to get these valve guides out of these heads so I can put the new valve guides in, because when the valve made contact with that piston, it has a pretty high probability that the valve guides messed up. So I got new ones. Been struggling with how to get them in or get them out of the heads because they're actually at an angle. So it's not just up and down, and they're in there super tight. So we're trying to figure out a way to get all that figured out, and we'll get working on it. So we've been pretty busy at work trying to figure out a good way to get these out. We've tried hitting it with a pin, and that was not happening. It was not budging at all. So we've come up with this little system. It's got a couple blocks to get it at the right angle to get the pin in there. We've got this hydraulic press that I just got. This is what we've got going on. We've got an old valve, and you can kind of see that I've cut it up here. There you go. I've cut it and found a socket. This is, what is this one? I think it's a 1/4 inch socket. I had to drill out the center a little bit to make it fit, but it goes right over this, and this part is smaller than the valve guide's hole that it sits in. So this will go down through, but you see this taper? That part won't go through. So what we've done is we'll start with this one, we'll get it down, we'll pop it loose, and then once we get that done, this is the first valve that we had to hammer out. And I just filed it down a little bit. It's not pretty file, but it's down enough to where it will just fall through one of the holes. So that has the perfect inside diameter to go around the valve. So we get the first one, we get it popped down. We put this on here. See if I can put this on here one-handed. Put this on here, and now we've got a spacer that will go down through the whole valve and get the next valve guide out. And we'll show you that in a second. So when doing this, sometimes it can be off-centered from the hole, this valve. So this is the valve right here. So you don't want to go down too far because it will actually push into the actual metal right here of the head. So you want to make sure that you stop, you pop it and you push it down, but you can't push it down to where this valve is hitting this head because it'll mess up all these valve seats in here. Well, it's like 6 hours after probably the last clip that you saw. Things are not going my way. I've thoroughly messed things up. Wasn't paying attention to one of the valves we were putting in. Put it in too far, and it's got a little collar around it that's a little bit bigger than the actual piece. Went into the valve guide holder, and we went to adjust it by pushing on the other side, and it completely pulled that whole spring retainer section out. So that head's all junk. And then it's been a day, so I quit doing that. I'm gonna have to order new heads, just the bare minimum. I have everything else, so I'll just have to order the bare minimum that I can get. Maybe I can find some used ones, maybe not, I don't know. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I got the valve stuck in there. I can't even get the valve out. So that's I'm done with that till I get some new ones. So I went and cleaned up the actual halves, case halves, and they turned out pretty good. So I went and cleaned the crank up real quick. Re-oiled it with oil because I don't want it to rust, because I hit it with some Berryman's parts cleaner, then hot water, a whole bunch of hot water, and then hit it with some oil to keep it all sealed. After the hot water, though, I blew it off with air to help get stuff going. And then here's the case halves. I don't know, I didn't get a before shot, but these were just, this whole side was just completely black. You can still see, I got a little bit that could be better, but it's a lot better than it was. So there's the cylinders down there. It turned out pretty good. So here's the two that I actually got in, and getting them in wasn't the best. So they go in, but they don't go in very easily. They should just kind of drop in. Now this is the wrong side, of course, but, and then this one was maybe better? That one was better. It slides right down in. But this one is completely stuck in there. That valve guide looks like this is actually bent down in there, inside the guide. And if you see this little collar right here, that collar, when we pressed it in, it pressed too far, went into that collar. We flipped the head over to try to push it back out to get it to sit at the right level, and it completely busted that piece off. You can there you can see kinda. But I can't get this valve out even if I tried my hardest, so that's gonna be fun to mess with. I didn't even try to clean this head off. As you can see, all this black stuff, that's what all was in the case halves. That's what this whole bottom side looked like, was this black right here. And it came out really easily. It took a little scrubbing, which was okay, but it was a little more effort than I was hoping. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. Sorry I've been kind of ghosting on the videos lately. There's been a lot that's happening. Been working on Nate's truck. He got a new truck, and we've completely overhauled it. Changed the water pump, spark plugs, a couple other mechanical things fixed, his throttle cable, new tires, wheels, painted the whole thing from red to gray. It looks pretty slick now. Put a couple light bars on it, fixed the color, a couple other things. So I've been working on a lot with that, and I've been pushing to try to get it done before he goes to school, which he's been in school for a while now, but that's what's been holding me up with videos. I could have been making videos with that, but we've been trying to push and push to try to get it done, and I was doing it late at night after work at like 9 o'clock, and it was dark, so the videos wouldn't have been that great. So that's my explanation for that. but I'm trying to get back on track with all this. I'm ready to drive my car. I'm really ready to drive it. It's been too long already. So we're working on that. We're gonna start putting stuff together. Once I gotta do a couple more things, cleaning on these, and then I'll be ready to put it back, start putting stuff back together. Yeah, so it's been not a good day for me at all, but it's all right. We'll work through it and see where everything goes. I want to thank you all for watching. Please hit that like button, comment, let me know anything. I'll answer it in the next video. Thanks, guys. Take her easy. Peace. Here's a quick little sneak peek of what's to come.